So the last video we talked about the what is Grero. I think that's the title of the YouTube channel and some other channels where I couldn't get Grero. So I think we talked about it, masculine likes masculine, not just the sex stuff, the masculine gender, no male spaces, the lesbians are taking over the Boy Scouts or something, I don't know. We talked about my dietary preferences, my inability to use a camera, or video editing software. So we talked about a lot of serious issues. And so I guess the who, right, is who am I? Who the hell? Well, if you look back at Grero, the book, the free book online, Grero.com, if you can kind of figure out in one of the places, I use a name that I often use for myself, and it doesn't really matter, right? It's just, I really didn't want this to be about me per se. I kind of wanted to benefit from it. I wanted to find like-minded people. That's kind of the point. I wanted to put this out there. I advertised it, put it on Facebook, spent a small fortune, quite frankly, if I'm honest, promoting this, trying to buy advertising. With Facebook you can select age, preferences. I think I selected specifically people who already said that they were, bisexual or something. So it's like, well, look, they already got some of it down. They already have the idea that they like guys now. But there was no interest in it, There was I got a couple emails and, that's nice. But I thought maybe there were already people together who were doing stuff like this or talking about this sort of stuff. And it's kind of a deafening silence, And I guess, here we find ourselves, I guess 5 years after I originally started putting this up and promoting it. And yeah, it's just the last 5 years on this front, absolutely nothing has happened. I got a couple emails and it's just hit me really as a big failure, It's like, I wrote something that I think is pretty good. I was very interested to read all this stuff. I was very interested to do all this stuff. And there's some people up there, so let's just stay here for now. So I was just rather disappointed that it's like a total dud. There's absolutely no traction whatsoever. Again, a few emails, so I guess I appreciate that. I guess I'm whining to the few people who might actually have stuck around, the few people, I don't know, 200-300 people who subscribed on YouTube, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's just, it sucks. It's like I thought, hey, there's, it's a big city, I live in, Houston here. There's other big cities, 1% of 1%, you're still having hundreds or thousands of people who would be interested in this potentially. And as it turns out, that is completely wrong. So that sucks. That really, really sucks. And my idea was, okay, we meet up, maybe people meet up, there's already groups, maybe most people don't feel like writing a manifesto of sorts, but they're already doing, they're getting together, they're talking about things, that sort of thing, tossing a ball around. I used to play dodgeball, by the way, everybody. No, it's no joke. We had a little thing going. It wasn't a Grero related thing, but it was just, kind of in the neighborhood somewhere. And that was kind of fun. Now, okay, you don't have, nobody has to be good at that either, just, you kind of learn that even if you don't have good ball handling skills, that's right. What's my point? So, I would have thought that there'd be other sort of groups like that together. And maybe, somebody knows somebody, they send me an email or something, or that sort of thing. Again, that did not happen. So that's what I kind of wanted to do. Let's see. I basically wanted to meet up with like-minded people, right? I know, shocking. So, because that didn't happen, I kind of just, I stopped doing, I did maybe 50 videos, like on the YouTube channel, I think I did 50 something. And it was little explanations here, somebody sent an email, but I just was not comfortable with that because I just realized nobody's that interested in this. It's kind of hard to do these sort of videos, including the, well, it's kind of hard to do these things because if there's no interest, I'm just real, you know, a crazy guy shouting to himself in a forest, you know. It's pretty crazy stuff, right? So it's sort of tough to it's tough to motivate yourself because there's no feedback. It's just a monologue of a crazy person in a forest talking to himself. I know, crazy. So I thought, you know, again, people would get together maybe somehow. And I didn't want to be precise about it's got to be this way, or, you know, I'm throwing a tantrum or something. But again, I just thought there'd be people who are more interested in this than, you know, I thought. And that didn't happen. You know, that just didn't happen. And, you know, that's perfectly fine. It's just, what do I do with this? You know, I really am attached to this thing. You know, I do, like, for example, I wanted to talk about more personal stuff, right? That's kind of fun. There's a lot of other topics I wanted to talk about, but there's no audience for it, you know? And that's part of, I guess, the problem, you know? But anyways, I think that's it for now, and well, I guess that's it.